Hello, hello. Good. Test my audio. Check, check. All right, cool. All right. Maybe I can. All right, cool. Is that better? I think so. Is this gonna be caught?
Here.
All right. I think we're good. There we go. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. All right. And now just to test the chat. Make sure it's popping up. Right? Good. Don't like how that looks. Yeah. Here we go. Alrighty. Go ahead and this. I'm gonna get.
Killing us? Okay, maybe you're strong.
You just got squashed.
That's it for me.
That's it for me.
Now we haven't finished High on Life, but it's a fun game. I don't really remember anybody like dismissing it. I remember when it first came out, people were playing it, and some people liked it, some people didn't. I don't think that's a. I don't think that means that people were too harsh on it. I just think some people don't like that style of humor. Um, yeah. Alrighty.
It kind of feels a little bit like a more old school throwback game. It's not like incredibly ambitious with its gameplay concepts or anything like that, but it really does push the humor, the zaniness. It's got some life to it. It's got talking weapons. And yes, after a while, the mile-a-minute jokes and like awkwardness can get a little annoying, but just going for a stroll online, looking at like user reviews and opinions on social media, it sounds like some people who even went into the game looking like they were going to hate it, you know, maybe not a fan of Rick and Morty humor, still ended up enjoying it. And either way, I mean,
I never found it annoying. I think it's not a game for you to sit down and beat. I just opened your Twitch stream. My bad. So I think for what we'll do is Twitch will be like kind of like the pre-stream type of thing where I'll watch a bunch of stuff that I can't watch on YouTube. And all that, and then we'll go to YouTube and like do the stuff that so basically like Twitch will be the exclusive stuff that we can't show on YouTube, because I want to watch anime clips with people. I want to react to stuff with people, and Twitch is the best place to do that at. YouTube is not forgiving. But yes, sir. How was your weekend, by the way? Did I increase my camera or is that good? I don't know if it should be bigger or maybe just a little bit. Ooh, I should also make one where the ratios are flipped, where I take up most of the screen and then the videos in the corner over here. Make one of those just in case I need a. I think that's actually how you avoid some copyright on YouTube. Is if your image is bigger than the video that you're showing. Because a lot of reactors on YouTube do that, where they're like 80% of the screen, and then the other 20% is the actual video. Twitch doesn't care. That's why I like Twitch. But our community's on YouTube right now, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. Anyways, let's go ahead and.
if you look at it now on Steam, High on Life has reached very positive by Steam user reviews. So despite a lot of the consensus at first seeming to be, yeah, it's okay, kind of middling and some annoying humor, it seems like people have really, over time, really jived with it. I mean, enough for the fact that they're making a sequel, the fact that High on Life 2 is a thing.
See, I think that's why I started playing the first one on stream, because I heard about High on Life 2, and I was like, well, you know what? I've had a couple chuckles at High on Life. I might as well finish it, because I think it's a super short game. It's just the humor gets old after a while. I see. So High on Life to me is like, the show The Office. where I'll have a really good time watching it for 3 or 4 episodes. But if I try to watch 5 in a day, then it just starts to get more cringy than funny.
Thing says that enough people really enjoyed it. And speaking of enjoying, if you're enjoying this video, consider subscribing if you haven't. We've been saying this a lot lately because in terms of the data, it looks like a lot of people watch, but they don't always hit subscribe. So that's why we're asking. Sorry to spam you. Anyway, let's move on.
Oh, but look how shootable I look. I look so shootable.
I am not shooting a kid.
Go ahead, do it. Shoot me, fresh meat. Shoot me. See what happens. Oh, don't I look so shootable? Look at me. You can shoot me anywhere. Ah, you shot me. I'm dead.
All right, there. Are you happy now? Well, I didn't think we'd be allowed to kill him. Normally, killing children in games isn't allowed, but he's dead. We killed him.
I haven't watched High on Life streams. I don't know anything about that game. It's literally just like elementary school humor. Like, I'm not really somebody that really cares for this style humor on a regular. But like, if it's done in a very creative way, then I enjoy it. But like I said, I can only do it. I can only handle it for so long before I'm just like, all right, I need to play something else. Because like, to me, it's funny till it's not. When it's not, I stop playing, and then I'll return once I don't have that feeling anymore. Oh, this got down. This works. Where's it loading at? Guess it's not gonna work. Oh well. Audio is kind of weird. Let me see. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Is it the computer audio or is it my microphone? I have a noise gate on the microphone. So that way it takes more noise for my microphone to pick it up. Otherwise, it's going to pick up the monitor speakers as the video's playing. So, but if it's my microphone itself sounding weird, I don't have to go into the settings. But
this kid. Are you happy now? We killed a kid. A kid is dead now. There goes our E for everybody rating.
Next at number 8, because this is a video that I, Jake, am recording, I had to shoehorn in my personal opinion with The Order 1886. That's right, baby. Too many people hated this game, and I think it was awesome. Okay, look, The Order 1886, let's be completely frank.
Wasn't that the Xbox One opening game? It was only for a second, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I probably had like my internet probably got a little faulty or something. Or it could be I was trying to open this application up and it was probably messing with everything else that's wrong. But give me a quick second. I'm going to change out of these jeans because they're very uncomfortable. Also, I don't like that on Twitch, I can't vape. It's very annoying. You know how hard it is to duck out of the screen every time I need to hit on my vape?
It's too short. Just as it starts to get good, it ends. If you bought this game for $50, $60, absolutely, totally sucks, total bummer. But now, in the reality of this game being so far away, you can get this game for like nothing, and it's absolutely worth it. A handful of hours of thrilling, entertaining, yeah, simple third.
A handful of hours is crazy. You're hyping up a handful of hours. Yes. Go ahead and trim that down again. It's already looking a little 5 o'clock shadowy. That's how fast my hair grows back in. Nothing's perfect, I guess. Yeah. If Twitch would just let me vape. Good. I would just tell everybody on YouTube I'm going to Twitch. But then again, like, YouTube's a lot easier to find fun people. Like, super hard on Twitch for people to hop in and actually, one, talk, two, be cool. Activate online. Isn't Order 18? Yeah, I barely use Twitch. Yeah, I don't really use Twitch too much. There's a few people that I'll watch stream on Twitch, but I like it easier on YouTube because not only can I stream, but like when I'm done streaming, people can always go back and watch the stream for free. I know some people have like you have to subscribe to watch the stream again, or if you have a job and you can't sit there for 4 hours and watch a stream, like you're kind of punished. Where it's like, okay, well, if you want to watch what I just did today, pay me $5. Isn't Order 1886 PlayStation 4 exclusive? I thought it was Xbox. Let me see. I know it failed. It flopped super hard. Oh. Was PlayStation. Okay. Well, still. Flopped super hard. Was super disappointing. I remember watching everybody play it because it was one of the opening games to the new consoles. What's good, Joker? It was Order 1886 was like the opening game of the new console generation. Because it was PlayStation with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox with the Xbox One. And I think there was another game that PlayStation released with Order 1886. But it was... So I think PlayStation did Order 1886, and I think Xbox did Thief. I think Thief was their opening. Unless that too was... What was that? 2014? Yeah. 2014. Who's exclusive? Okay, so it wasn't exclusive, but it was on Xbox One. So everybody was playing that for like their first Xbox One game. But yeah.
Person shooting, but it just feels so unique.
I still don't know the concept of what 1886 is even about. I'll always hate Sony for this exclusive. On the link after comment. Always hate Sony for this exclusive. Xbox is the one that started it. If I'm not mistaken. In terms of the Xbox and PlayStation like battle, because the PlayStation 1 came out first, and it was competing. PlayStation 1, the 3rd of December 1994. Oh my gosh, I'm still getting used to this keyboard. So, yeah, 2001. Man, could you imagine only paying $300 for a game console? I don't know anything about Xbox. I just want to play Bloodborne. Bro, I understand that. Like, Bloodborne's cool. I watched Roby play it. And especially people that are like obsessed with Soulsborne games and Souls-like games, it is definitely a crazy thing that like there's a whole game with its own huge lore that most of the fan base can't even play. $64 GB RAM cost. Let's see what look at this. 8 GB internal hard drive. 64 MB. I didn't know it was capable. Sorry, that was loud. I didn't know it was capable of 720 back then. 1080i. Dang. The OG Xbox was a little ahead of its time. Me personally, I wasn't a big fan of Bloodborne. It was a good and well-made game, just wasn't a fan. Yeah, I'm not big on dark and broody games that don't have like a good story. Well, not to say Bloodborne doesn't have a good. You need to find the story though. If you're just playing it, then you're. But like Lies of P was just super quiet and spooky, scary, and gothic, and it just like I get what they were trying to get across of like the puppets have taken over, blah blah blah, and you are a puppet that passes as human. Like go out there, and it's just like it just didn't hit for me. It just was boring. It was a very boring atmosphere. There was no like even just some simple music so that everything isn't just me listening to footsteps clank with the ground. It's not Dark Souls 3 though. Beyond that. Demons. Oh, Demon Souls is PlayStation exclusive too? I have Demons PlayStation. I just need to download it. Dark Souls. Yo-Yo actually played Dark Souls 3 not too long ago. That's the only Dark Souls that I actually want to play. I'll eventually. Yeah. It's crazy that 1080i and 720p were available back then. Best selling game, Halo 2. I wonder how the Xbox Live worked back then. I don't really remember anybody playing Xbox Live back then. It was the Xbox 360 is when Xbox Live really took off. I had this one forever. Friend had this one. Never seen this. I always had the OG. Had this one and then had that one for 2 or 3 years. And then I got the Red Ring of Death. I sent it in to Xbox, and they replaced it with a new Xbox, same color and everything. I had that till about 6 or 7 years ago when I gave it to my sister. I just like the medieval. Oh, the medieval. I like the medieval times. It's crazy. See a dude with a sword going nuts. I love DS3's DLC. All of 3, great. I had the one with the touch button where you don't have to push. You don't have to push it all. What do you mean? Oh, the yeah, it's this one. Where there's no button, it's just like you tap it and kind of like the iPhone before it got rid of the home button. You've never had a console? I've always been a console person. I was a console baby. Now I'm a console adult. I had a Sasuke build on DS3. Yeah, the black one. Yeah. What's its best-selling game? Best-selling game, Connected Ventures. That's cheating because you had no choice but to get it because it came with the Xbox system. Dang. GTA 5 was the biggest selling game of Xbox 360. And it came out at the end of the Xbox 360 life cycle. It blew every game that the Xbox 360 ever made. It blew it out of the water. Well, probably not out of the water. To be honest, India had no gaming. Like if it wasn't for BBS, most of Indians would have never known about Souls games in different genre, just Battlegrounds. Well, shout out to Beast Boy. Shout out to Beast Boy. I'll tell you right now, the guy that got me into video games as a kid
Alright, we're finally checking out Ghost.
this guy, Brad 13.9. Why am I not subscribed? Man, he's been doing it for so long. Yo, this is when I first started watching him. What was my first? Because I was too broke to get video games as they were coming out. Let's see. I watched him play Dead Rising 3. Or no, Dead Rising 4. Dead Space 3. This is all going alphabetically. Did I do Dying Light? No. Second Son. Watch Dogs. Last of Us, of course. GTA, of course. Vanos. Vanos was good too. Vanos didn't do like walkthroughs though. I would watch Vanos, but it was more just for the funny clips. Rad Brad, he's the reason why I do the streams like I do now. Where if I'm playing something and an important cutscene is happening, I stop talking, I stay quiet for the cutscene to play out. I learned that from Rad Brad. Just because he was so respectful of like, he knew that his audience was like kids that couldn't buy the game. And so when the cutscenes would happen or dialogue would be happening between characters, he would stop talking so that whoever's watching can get the full experience. He would like whenever he picked up stuff with like a bunch of information on it, like say like what I do in Baldur's Gate. Like if I pick up a book and it has like 3 different pages that I can of information for me to read, even if I don't read it, I'll flip to the different pages just long enough for there to be a still frame for it within the stream. And that's what he used to do. Like if there was like this huge paragraph, he's like, he'd just be like, I'm not going to read it, but in case you guys want to pause it and read it, here you go. And then you give it like 2 seconds, and then he'd close out, move on, and play the game. Like, his style of doing walkthroughs and stuff shaped the way that I made streams. Beyond Two Souls. Oh, he played Bloodborne? I wonder if you finished it. 5 videos. Doesn't sound good. Doesn't look like he finished. That's fine. Gotta show love to Rad Brad. Yeah, this is literally probably the time frame of when I started watching him play. 2010 to 2016, and then after 2016 I started playing games on my own. I had a full-time job, I had money now, but I'm glad to see that he's still doing it. I'm glad to see that he's still consistent, still making good money. He's still hitting 100K. I gotta see what his views were for Last of Us Part 1. I know it's in the millions. Yeah, 15 million views. This was when Last of Us was brand new. Nobody knew what it was about, really. It's not a remaster. It's not a remake. Nothing like that. This was day one Last of Us. 15 million.
Alright guys, welcome back to more
5.3 million. 4 million. Like, this was money. This was before the adpocalypse of YouTube. This is before YouTube started getting super stingy. Like, yeah. If you want to watch somebody play a game that you can't afford, see if Rad Brad's playing. Till this day, I will always tell people. I haven't watched his stuff in a long time, but I'll probably watch his Assassin's Creed Shadows. To be honest, I'll probably watch that. Wukong. Why's he got a Planet of the Apes? Yikes. I don't know if I like that. I'm pretty sure most of these are him. Cover art, thumbnail. Man, creating thumbnails used to be. Well, I don't know. He's been doing it for a while. So maybe that's not AI. Well, I think it might. Because at least in these, like, her head's tilted, his is straightforward, his to like it's like headshots, but they're always different. Like different angles. These are literally like perfectly symmetrical or perfectly centered and everything. We're watching it. Love that. I love this game. Will I get a copyright for watching this? Even though I played the game, I don't know how this works. I don't know how it works, guys. Because who's gonna? YouTube can't copyright me. Be like, oh, you're showing a video of a video game that you've already played. I don't know. I'm worried about getting copyright striked again. I'm not even monetized yet, and I already have a copyright strike. That's very annoying to me. I gotta download ChatGPT on here. I know I'm very picky about how I use AI. I used AI on the thumbnails for Black Myth Wukong. But I also can't afford to pay somebody to do a thumbnail. I'm not anti-AI. I am pro AI for things like this to figure out if I need to use or if I can use these types of things like YouTube. Okay. Okay. So as long as I just don't press play and sit back, watch the entire thing, I'm good. But if I like do what I'm doing where I pause, talk, or talk over it and stuff, yeah. Yup. So oh my gosh, who's this? That's crazy that it made a thumbnail of the Wukong that we're just but yeah. Other than Elden Ring, is there a game that you guys want me to play that I haven't gotten to yet? I'll look up the trailer for it. Unless your mic volume is higher and then video still. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too. Let us see. Are the boys online? No, Roby's in the middle of packing, so he's probably not on. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It says 300 hours. We just jumped offline. Okay. Speaking of him, and he shall arrive with his personal YouTube account. I am not human. Oh my gosh, this keyboard. I think I'm going to spend a day just Markiplier. I haven't seen Markiplier pop up on my feed since I was like 14. Holy crap. I like Corey. Played 30 minutes of Division. Somehow 4 hours passed. It'd be like that.
Your safety is your own responsibility. Sharing a roof with someone, make sure they're humans. Check their eyes and teeth. An overlooked visitor will kill you.
No. Nope. Too creepy for me. I am a wuss. I'm a wuss, I'm a wuss, I'm a wuss. If you guys haven't watched Dr. Mick is really a good Let's Player. He's a therapist. And so like he'll play a game and like as he's playing the game, like he'll like do a full like analysis breakdown. He did it for Cyberpunk, for God of War. I mean all the games that he plays. They're obscure. Yeah. He does a very in-depth analysis as he plays the game. And like he'll pause to do commentary. Yeah, I love watching him. I've watched all of his Ragnarok. What's another one? I watched some of his Cyberpunk, not a whole lot, because I didn't want to get spoiled, but his Last of Us. He did Mass Effect. Oh, he has a parenting playlist. I gotta watch that. I like hearing like people's. I don't feel like everybody's parenting tips. Like you should take everything and just like take it all as 100%. This is what I need to do. But it's nice to kind of pick some things out and be like, oh, like I don't fully agree with this, but I agree with like 70% of it. Maybe I can imply that on my parenting style and my day-to-day and stuff like that. I need to watch those. De-escalate a panic attack. I just had a panic attack yesterday. Well, not a panic attack, an anxiety attack. Which I guess is the same. Oh, we did a Detroit Become Human one? Yeah. Highly recommend watching his content. Critical Role, of course. Parenting is all about picking and choosing how to raise your kids based on how we see each other raise their kids. Parenting, parents, friends, siblings, etc. Yeah, it's all about like looking around your community and people around you and people that you not even necessarily are around. It's like I'll watch something on TikTok and I'll see something, I'm like, oh, I don't like that, so I know I'm not going to do that. Like, the whole reason why I don't post anything about my kid, really, like, I don't make any content with him in it, is because the trend for the trend during lockdown was everybody was doing at home vlogs with their kids, and it started like it would spike the revenue for the YouTube kids category, and like all these parents were just making a boatload of money off the fact that they were just like using their kids as profit. And it's like, especially when it came out that one TikTok kids, that one no, it wasn't TikTok, it was a YouTube vlogging. When it came out that she was like forcing her kids to make content, like they'd just be like, oh, I don't want to do that today, and she's like, you're gonna do it. Yeah, like once I saw that was a thing, like I was like, I don't want to be supporting that stance. And I also don't want to be seen as somebody that uses their kids to make money. Because what's that one kid? He was like super popular. He was doing unboxing videos, and they had like toys and stuff branded with his name. And I think the business of YouTube Kids is very Ryan's Toys or something like that. The business of that is super weird to me because Ryan is, I mean, he still is, but Ryan grew up from being the Ryan that everybody saw him as. The like 6-year-old that's excited for the new toy. And then now he's like 10, 11, and they still make videos, I'm pretty sure. But like the toys that they release under his name still show him as a 6-year-old. And it's like, okay, so they want him to still be marketable. They want him to still be marketable, but marketing him as a 6-year-old. And you know for sure, like, if they still make content with him, you know for sure that the parents are like, oh, you got to be a little bit more this. You got to be a little bit more kiddie when you're doing that. It's like sorry, my head's super itchy. It's kind of like Disney kids. Like a Disney kid would blow up and like be a kid star, and then they would hit puberty and their voice would change, or they get a little taller, or like, and then it's like the whole company's like, oh my gosh, how do we keep them looking young? How do we keep on? It's like, you don't let them grow up. Oh yeah, he was huge on YouTube for like those 3-4 years that he was around. He had his own show. They made like a Roku app dedicated to his YouTube content. Well, his parents' content. I shouldn't call it his, but you know. And it's just weird to me. It's weird to me when people exploit their kids in any type of way. I'm even kind of like, in the beginning it seemed more genuine with this creator I'm about to talk about. But there was during like 2020, right before lockdown, I found this TikToker, and he would do like small little podcasts with his daughter, who was like, I don't know, I want to say like maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6, I don't know. But he would do little mini podcasts with her. And then like she started getting older, and she still talks like a kid, but she wasn't very like talking like a 4 or 5 year old. You know what I mean? Like the very like child pronunciation of words and stuff that makes you go like, "Ooh, that's so cute that the kid said this word this way." She got older. He was still making content with her. The content changed and stuff with time. But then he had another kid, and now he's back to doing that type of content. And it's just weird. It's just weird. Ooh, I want to watch this though.
The Luxon beacon. It's no religious relic. This beacon is a weapon.
Some kind of arcane weapon has crossed our border. War is coming, and you're our only hope of stopping it.
You got the wrong people.
And you're our only hope of stopping it.
You got the wrong...
All right. We got Bo. We got Ford. We got Jester. We got Molly Mock. We got Caleb. And we got Not. Sir.
Wrong people.
We've got a homeless wizard, an inebriated goblin,
Bottoms up!
a shipwrecked sailor, a cocky ringmaster, a temperamental monk, and chaos incarnate.
Do you want to be my bitch?
Face it, we're nobodies. That's what makes you so dangerous. They'll never see you coming.
Time to put on a show!
I'm currently typical intro, dangerous coming, only you can defeat them. But this is like they made a whole campaign, a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. They played these characters on a tabletop RPG setting. Like I'll show you. Oh, this is exciting. Now I can actually show it.
Hello, everyone.
Like,
I walk away a little bit from Ford.
Well, you're both magic users then?
Yeah!
And so is the...
like they're playing as the characters. They're improvising and stuff and being in character, talking to each other and stuff. They did all that. That's 22 million views, by the way. They did all that and ended up becoming so popular that Amazon was like, how about we take your guys' campaign and we animate it? Anyways, where were we at? Here? Oh, right here.
Did you actually think you could escape your past?
Shared purpose, shared pain, but mostly shared strength.
What do we do?
What we do best. Make terrible choices.
I'm out.
This group is fucking wild.
We are the Mighty Nine.
But there's only 6 of you.
Yes, but 6 and 9 go so well together.
I'm so glad they kept that. They kept that joke. I love it. I love it. I'm currently listening to Campaign 2, the podcast. Because I've only listened to their third campaign, which is the group was called Bell's Hells. But I'm going back and listening to their second campaign, and that was a joke that they said while they were all at the table. I'm glad that that made it to the animated series. Yeah. I very much like it. I very much like it. Anyways.
Down.
I think we already.
World that they built, public perception of Assassin's Creed for a while.
Unity. I like Unity. Dark Souls 2. Let's see what they got to say about Dark Souls.
Now down at number 2, Dark Souls 2. This is like the difficult second album, the black sheep of the series. This is a game that gets a lot of hate online for its many issues that we're not going to downplay here. But it is a game where I do think the good outweighs the bad. I'm not the only one who thinks that either. Like, there is now a growing defense force out there for this game that appreciates the legitimately good things it brought to the table, like the innovative multiplayer, which for many fans, some consider.
Now that I think about it, Dark Souls 2 is like the one game I don't really hear much about. I don't hear anybody ever talk about it. Good or bad, I don't ever hear anybody talk about it. Sorry, 1 second. Either you'll love it or hate it. You're telling me it might be another Lies of P. One second. Ugh. He said, the only 2 complaints I have are that there's no good animation and annoying hitbox. Sword with the range of spear somehow hitting 20 meters away. Oh, okay. Gosh, stop doing that.
like the best in the series. Look, I'm not going to pretend that it doesn't have its fair share of problems. The level design is overall weaker than Dark Souls 1. The combat, and especially the dodging, is clunkier. The graphics can look like ass, man, which ties...
Alright, my mic keeps picking up my audio.
Is into the game missing a lot of the promised features before release, like the impressive lighting system that they showed off in pre-release footage. A lot of people are still salty about that. The final game was clunky, awkward, and clearly stitched together in spots, you know.
I think that's good.
An attempt to save it, but that's just part of the Dark Souls charm. The game with confusing mechanics and needlessly obscure elements and
Nope. Still going. Ugh.
not all this stuff is good exactly, but man, there is still a lot to like about
That-
it. The world is massive, like significantly bigger than like, you know, the first game. And while it
I have to
doesn't
talk
look that
really
great,
loud,
like I
or
said,
can I
think about
do
it.
this?
The variety of locations is impressive. And some of these places, I mean, look at they do look pretty good, even at the time. The vibes in the town hub of Majula are like immaculate. The best hub the series has ever had. I don't know if that's a hot take, but yeah. The world and the lore, interesting as ever, especially with the additional bits added with the Scholar of the First Sin expansion, which that's its own can of worms. Look, even Dark Souls 2 fans are divided about that stuff. They either hate the remixed enemy encounters or they don't. Some things about the original game are better. Some things are worse. It's not like 100% improvement that you might expect, which makes it difficult to determine which version of the game is best. It's complicated for Dark Souls nerds, but ultimately, it doesn't matter that much. They're not that different from one another to make a significant...
This man just said they're not that different from... Get out of here.
Or they don't. Some things about the original game are better. Some things are worse. It's not like 100% improvement that you might expect, which makes it difficult to determine which version of the game is best. It's complicated for Dark Souls nerds, but ultimately, it doesn't matter that much. They're not that different from one another to make a significant difference. This is also like the most King's Field of the Souls games. It's less post-apocalyptic compared to the other games in the series, and more fantasy-based and mysterious. The game has a unique atmosphere for the series that's hard to describe, but like if you've played it, then you know. Also, the DLC is fantastic across the board. Dark Souls 2 may not be...
I knew you'd have something to say about that. Like, oh yeah, all the Dark Souls are the same. You hear Yo-Yo in the background like, oh no, he didn't say that.
The best Souls game, but it's definitely one that we still think about and appreciate to this day. Now down at number 1, Watch Dogs. Now, if you've watched Game Ranks, you probably know we're Watch Dogs apologists at this point. This game was definitely dunked on at release, I think by both critics and fans, because it didn't live up to expectations. Ubisoft sold us
That's because they marketed this as some like the world is your oysters, if that's the right term, or it's your sandbox. Do whatever you want, whenever you want, blah blah blah. And it's like most you could really do is unlock a car by hacking it, hack an ATM, and take the money. And they also did a typical thing that was more popular to do it back then than now, but back then they made it like the reveal trailer looked super clean and everything. Then the game came out, and it was just like kind of plain. Now I do. I don't know if it ever got confirmed or not, but I think Watch Dogs takes place in the same universe as Assassin's Creed. So like the Abstergo company and stuff is a thing that's like around in Watch Dogs. I don't know if that's I just remember when the game first came out, had some buzz around it and stuff. People, I never looked.
Just looked incredible. The initial reveal and teases of Watch Dogs made the game look so cool. Both
Yeah, the reveal.
conceptually,
This is what the
with a bunch
reveal
of
looks
things that
like.
you ultimately wouldn't quite do in the game when it released, and also visually. The game looked like a feast for the eyes, and when it eventually released, it was definitely downgraded. It had some really repetitive missions and a main character that just didn't really have a lot of appeal. He was kind of one note. A lot of people were disappointed with this one, but now, looking back and having replayed it with mods, and just replayed it on its own, they don't make them like this anymore. I know that sounds ridiculous that I keep leaning on that, but seriously, there's something about Watch Dogs, the like kind of gritty nature to it, the very simple but fun.
Look at that van.
Something about Watch Dogs.
Look at that. Ubisoft, come on. I've seen a better van in my freaking Power Wash Simulator.
The like kind of gritty nature to it, the very simple but fun, effective third-person shooting and stealth that just made it feel special. It had some good car chases, a fun Chicago, some great shootouts and encounter designs.
Keep out of sight.
Reminds me of GTA Vice City helicopter mission. I never played. I've never seen so much as a clip from. I never really cared much for GTA besides it just World Sandbox. I never played, even like I put a lot of hours into San Andreas growing up, but never really. I would just play the missions that you had to play in order to like then get to the. Yeah, as a kid, like if a game had free roam, I would just I just would play the missions that were mandatory to play. Until I got a little bit. Assassin's Creed 2 probably was why I started actually. I actually went out of order for Assassin's Creed. I played Assassin's Creed 2, then I played Assassin's Creed 1, then I played up until I remember spending 2 weeks doing that mission and failed. Did it after 2. Hey, you know, sometimes you got to put the sticks down for a few years. Come back better. I think the only time I ever really had super hard time that made me mission in PlayStation 2, Spider-Man 3. It has to do was a last fight of the game. Look it up real quick.
Whew. I need to relax a little. My apartment sounds real nice right about now.
The two unidentified men are holding police officers at bay.
Yep, this is the mission. I remember it was so hard to lock on.
Can't get close. I'll have to use the explosives.
I used to try running GTA 5 on my 3 GB RAM mobile. Oh gee. Yeah, these were considered like top of the line graphics. I swear on my freaking tube TV that I had back then, I thought that this looked a lot. But then again, like, we didn't have anything better. I remember the first time I watched TV on an HD. I was like 10, maybe 11. It was a whole thing because like my dad bought a HD, and like he didn't even watch football. But like he held a whole cookout thing for everybody to come over and watch the game because he was the only one amongst his friends who had an HD. I remember when the country made the switch from standard to HD. I remember the switch of I remember the switch from when they turned off antenna act. Everybody was like, everything. They acted like they were announcing Armageddon or something. But I remember the first time I saw HD graphics. My dad put the football game on, and I was like, "Oh my gosh! I can see their mouths and their helmets." Now that's just standard. And 1080p used to be a flex. My TV got 1080p. Now if your TV doesn't have a 1080p, and HD was 720. I remember when at Best Buy, boxes, how they have like 4K blah 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 on it, that used to say 720p. And it was a TV with an ass. Like the flat screens were where it was at. Flat screens were where it was at, but they were still making TV with a thumper on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know either. But I didn't know. We just saw it today. Just earlier. Did you know that the Xbox was capable of doing 1080i? I didn't. Yeah. The original Xbox, 1080i. That is crazy. Nope. OG Xbox. I remember the 3D TV coming out. I remember when everybody thought that that was going to be like the next thing. Oh, 3D. Who wants to sit in their living room and in the comfort of their own home be like, in order for me to enjoy this watching experience, I need to put on my glasses. Imagine losing your 3D glasses. They don't just, I mean, they do now, I guess. Back then, they didn't just sell 3D. Like, you had to order them. You had to order them online. Or you go to the movie theater, go to a 3D movie, and then just keep the 3D glasses after you movie. I never understood 3D TV. The whole point of the 3D experience is you're in a theater with a screen that taking up the entirety of the wall, and it's supposed to help the immersive experience. You're not going to get that same experience back in 2011, 2012, when like 55-inch was considered a massive TV. But put it on, and instead of it looking like the characters reaching out and almost touching you like it would in the theaters, but that's how they market it. Instead of it being like that, now it just looks like, from the comfort of your own home, it looks like freaking Iron Man's trying to get out of your TV. Just looks like he's reaching for the TV stand. My 3D TV could turn it off, you know. Yeah. I just don't understand. I never really cared for 3D. I watched what movie did I watch in 3D? I watched the first Avatar. The James Cameron Avatar. The blue people. I watched that in 3D with my stepdad. And I remember as a kid having the glasses on, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not having a good time. Yeah, 2009. That means, holy crap. 2009. That means I was 12. Yeah. December 10th. Oh, it was December 18th. So it was 10 days after my birthday. I watched it in 3D. got a headache. I took it off. I took the glasses off probably about a third of the way through the movie. Then I never put them back on. So I had to like look at a screen that was like the original color of what it should be, with a slightly red version of it going to the left, a slightly blue version going to the right, and the slightly green version going up. Like, it was just a really bad experience. 2009, I was graduated high school and enlisted in the military. That's crazy. I don't really think about our age difference too often until stuff like this. Just like, this movie, when this movie came out, like, I was maybe just getting potty trained. And you're like, yeah, I got my license. Probably not that. It's just funny. About to be 28, y'all. Thankfully, yeah. I think we're not that far. I was 12 when you graduated and like 7 years. 7 years. I just did the freaking. I just realized I did the 6-7 thing. Yeah. Yup. Which is so crazy. Like, one, we met at similar spots in our lives in terms of just like where our mental state was at the time. And then like we ended up figuring out that we both like anime. Both like very similar anime. We both are gamers. We both love God of War. You already were a dad, and I was about to be a dad. It's just like, and then we found out that we were both Sagittarius. Yeah, I want to watch this, and then we'll move on to the rankings. What are we going to be ranking today, guys? Give me some ideas on what we'll be ranking. Yeah. I can tell you right now that QuickTime event was one that, for some reason, as a child, I did not understand what to do. I thought I just had to wait out. I thought I just had to wait this out until he got tired or something. But yeah. Candy? I'd be down to rank some candy. Colors? Oh, I already know what colors. I know what color's gonna win for me. But let's jump to the.
Get away from her.
If you insist.
The voice acting was, even as a kid, I knew. Even as a kid, I knew it wasn't good. So we're gonna give that a we're gonna let it slide. PlayStation 2 era voice acting, specifically, well, not specifically, but especially for Spider-Man, not good. I always liked that they kept the main actors, the voice actors. I liked that, but even as a kid, I realized, oh, there's a reason why voice actors are voice actors and on-screen actors are on-screen. Now they've kind of gotten better. Like Aaron Paul on Dispatch, he does really good. I feel like voice actors have an easier time transferring to on-screen than on-screen does for voice actors. So there's some legendary voice actors that have had some on-screen time. Like what's his name? Gosh, I have his face in my head right now. Can't think. Troy Baker. Troy Baker's done some on-screen stuff. Mark Hamill. He went from being on-screen talent to then becoming the most iconic Joker voice ever. So much so that his voice, like, I think his voice is like scarred from like doing that scratchy tone for so long, for so many years of so many series of so many games. So now like his regular voice is scratchy to where it sounds like he's always doing a somewhat Joker voice.
We won't be able to help MJ until we deal with this freak.
I think this situation calls for a hands-on approach.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah. But anyways, I got stuck on this for so long. And it was a long mission. You go from fighting Sandman to fighting Venom, then Sandman comes back, and you fight Venom again. I mean, it's just like the movie. Drink some coffee. That pink or purple? This is where it's going to kind of get. I wonder if there's different shades. Because even if this is purple, I don't like this shade of purple. If this is pink, I don't like this. if it comes down to doing pink, honestly, I like a hot pink. I think hot pink looks. I think hot pink looks really good on me. I like how hot pink looks on me. I don't think I would really have something hot pink just to have it though, but I have a shirt. But I'm saying like I want to have something just to have it, as in like I want to get like a tablecloth that's hot pink. Oh. I don't like either of these. These both of these look like a color on like a hoodie that I would see on a rack, and my eyes would instantly filter it out as if it doesn't exist. I guess I'd go with this one over. This looks like this looks like when you're customizing your character and they're like, what shade of Caucasian do you want to be? This red doesn't look like it's fully committing. Go with bright red. Oh my gosh. Oh. These colors side by side just give me the Grouch, Oscar the Grouch vibe. Isn't that the same shade? Maybe it's just this screen, because I'm looking at Streamlabs, and that's a whole different shade of green on Streamlabs right now. Holy crap. Can I change this? Looking like. I don't like that. There we go. Better. What the heck? Sorry. Gonna figure. No, so I'm on a different monitor. I'm changing the way that it looks, because like the way that Streamlabs is processing how it's supposed to look, but here it's like super shady. how to properly show. Like on this screen, it looks clear. On this screen, it looks like 720. Not in terms of video, not in terms of picture quality. I'm talking about like in terms of like comparison of color quality. Color quality is trash. I don't know. There we go. What should contrast usually be at? Yeah, the saturations are contrast. Sorry, guys. I can't. I can't stand for colors to not look. Get back to it. These look. Looks better now, but this looks more purple on this display than it does. I'm glad I did this actually. Now I know how off the colors are. Ooh. Purple versus green. Already know I'm going. We already know I'm going purple. What you got, Roby? Or is it not? Is it not a hard decision for you? Dun dun dun. Now's the time. Two favorites. And it's the right shade too, if I'm not mistaken. Like this is your favorite shade of green. Oh. I like a hot pink more than a More mellow pink. That's your second favorite your second favorite shade of green. Like a brown. I don't own anything brown enough. None of my clothes. I don't have a brown shirt. I think brown gets a lot of hate. I mean, like, deservingly. I don't think brown looks good on anybody. Like, in order to pull off this brown, it has to be paired with like a tan. You know what I mean? It does, because like having I have a like a trench coat, overcoat, with this brown as like leather scent, but the rest of it is like a tan. I actually gotta find that. I love wearing it. But I was with somebody that told me I look, put it up. I think I'm gonna go brown. Not pink. I go a dark purple over. Okay. Audio. I want to know if like sitting back here, cutting my voice, like maybe the gain is, or maybe the gate is too much. A little bit, yeah. Dark purple for sure. Bet. Let me adjust this gate a little bit. Different filter I can also put. Maybe I'll toy around. I'll toy around. I'll toy around with the noise suppression. Here in a bit, but for now, I'll open it a little bit more. All right, testing. All right, we're in the yellow. We're in the yellow from back here. That's good. You are cutting out once in a while. Okay. Yeah. I'll have to keep tweaking it a bit. It doesn't help that I move around a lot. I'll set the mic level up to be where I'm sitting at, and then I'll move. All right, cool. Cool. All right, yep. Dark purple. Ooh. I don't really like this purple. This is probably the only purple that I really am just like, not for it. This seems more like a color I'd actually go with, though. You like this purple? I feel like I need to see it on something. Because it as just like, it as a square color, not really for me. But I would go with this. I'll go with that. Yeah. I would definitely go with the orangish red over that shade of purple. I'd probably go with this blue over this overly red pink. I feel like I have a Naruto shirt with this shade of blue. So I'd go with that. I honestly don't like either of these. Like, this is probably the hot pink that I just don't really care for. Alright, this isn't even hot pink. This is just regular pink. This is one. This is a shirt that I look at and I'm like, I need to see the logo that's on it. Speaking of logos, I wish more companies would just do more minimalist logo designs. Or designs in general to their shirts. Because I'll see a shirt and I'll look at the front and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's dope. Like, small little logo right on the chest, underneath the shoulder. And then you hold it up, you turn it to the back, and there's this big obnoxious logo. It's like, why do I want to walk around with that? I'm not trying to be your freaking walking advertisement billboard. I just want a cool shirt that looks good on me. People really ruin shirts by just doing too much. I'd choose this over this brown though. So probably green. I would do the green. Bright green I'm not a fan of. But I do like it over magenta. Purple on this one. Trying to think. Yeah. Yeah, now that I think about it. Ooh. I do like both of these. I'd probably lean more to this. So when it comes to blue, my favorite blue is sky blue. But I like almost every shade of blue. But I like the softer green on this. Like, I don't like harsh, bright colors. And I feel like green is a color that can get very harsh bright. But I do like this softer tone of it. I'm trying to think of like a suit. Like not like a full out tuxedo or whatever, but just like a nice little collared shirt with some pants and stuff. I feel like this color would look better to wear a suit of it than this color would. So we're gonna go. That's the same shade as the text box. Oh, blue. Interesting indeed. You know what? Because this is gonna bother me, so I'm gonna do this real quick. Give me a second. Crap. I just messed that up. Do. Right. How do I fix this? There we go. All right. So now we're cooking. All right, mic level's good. All that. Screen's good. I see what you guys see. Ugh. I think this is better for me anyway, so I'm not constantly like looking over there. But in the chat will be easier for me to read because it's right there. You guys can't see what I'm looking. I think I'd go with this over this. I have more shirts like that. Actually, I just got Roma shirt like that. 1 second. Look at that. Got him a little Spider-Man fit. Spidey for the win. All right. Red. Yeah. He doesn't know how to say Spider-Man yet, but he knows what Spider-Man is. It just comes out as like a bundle of letters put together, but he'll always look and be like, "What was that?" I'm like, "Spider-Man?" I know he knows what it is and what he's trying to say because it's always the same sound that he makes. He can't make out the words. It's always so cute. I like this one. Ooh, here's my favorite blue. And the thing is, that's my favorite blue, but I hate it on me. Mainly because I'm a sweater. And when I put a bright color on, I always need to make sure it's a cold day. Otherwise, the pits are going to sweat. And then like the bright colors contrast with the pit sweat. And it just looks really embarrassing. I love purple and green and never wear it. Yeah. I'm about to get some stuff like this for this desk. Like some underlights, whatever. And they're going to be purple at all times. I wish I could change the PC to only show purple instead of like going between different colors and stuff. But I just really like purple. Purple is where it's at. Yeah, I don't wear blue. It's I mean, I do wear blue, but not in the tones that I actually like. I always try to get close to it though. Might have to grab that blanket again. I'm not about to crank up my heat more. It's already been doing a number today. I don't mind this purple. That's one that I don't mind. Not my favorite though. This one. This one. For sure, all day. You made it this far. Yes. I like this one. Oh, Roby. This one's your pick. Green on greens are up to Roby. Green on greens are up to Roby. Let me grab this blanket. You take my money. Ooh. Hold on, I left some food out there. I should warm it up, but too hungry. Left us so close to a forest green, but whew. I don't like when it gets cold out. That's my asthma starts really getting to me. I didn't even do that much walking just now. I just went out to my car. Ooh, jeez. Anyways, this purple. That's purple. I feel like this is a purple I would wear as a shirt. But I like this green more. I wouldn't wear it as a shirt, but I like this color. The infamous debate. Is it infamous or famous? The famous debate. The famous debate between blue and red. Good versus evil. Those two are close. I need to get a lamp with color changing stuff on it, with color changing bulbs, so that way I could show you my favorite shade of purple. Not really a fan of either. But I guess I go with this blue. I'll go green for now. For that one. Ooh. These are literally my two favorite soft tones of blue. Dang. Dang. Hmm. I know I own more shirts in this color than I do in this color. But if I looked good in this color, if I felt I looked good in that color, I would definitely have more like that. Yeah. My vote is the lighter blue left. Yeah. Which one makes you happier? My eyes keep pulling to the left one. Like, that's why I was like, if I had more, if this color looked better on me, I would own more things of that color. Excuse me. Purple. Purple. I don't think this purple's gonna make it past this stage, so. Go with this one. That purple. Of course. I feel like this is too harsh of a red for me. Like this is close to the red that I really like. So the red I like is more close to the text box of this than this one. So we're gonna go green. I like gold. A goldish orange. I think the only reason why this gold has made it this far is because of the other colors it's been matched with, but the gold is not something that like I really look for in terms of like, oh, like, yeah, I want to find something in this color that looks good. Honestly, quite the opposite. Even if I find a shirt that is comfortable and stuff, if it's gold, then I'm like disappointed because I'm like, I'm not gonna get it. It just it it like flushes out my. There's a lot of colors that flush out my skin, and this tone of gold is one of them. Purple. Blue. Ooh. I'm gonna go with that dark purple, but I don't know if this is the shade of green that. Excuse me. I don't know why I faced the opposite of the position of my mic, but what you got, Roby? We're getting close to the top two. Dark purple. I agree. We agree on that. I'm gonna go sky blue. Or no, this is baby blue. Right? There goes my heat again. Oh, that's... Yeah, this is sky blue. So, sky blue all day for me. Yeah. Ooh. Roby verse 180. Now, this isn't the shade of purple that I would like be like, yes, this is my purple. But I would choose this shade of purple over this green. So I'm going for green. Should have done your own colors. Yeah. That shade of green, I think, would beat out this and this purple. Maybe not this one. Yeah. Sky blue. This purple. And there we go. Basic. The top two are the most basic answers. How did gold make the third place spot out of the entire world of the people that are doing this? How is gold that high? Purple on top. This purple went, yeah. Yeah, I think this is the purple that we did as well. I'm glad that purple is getting the love it deserves. Why is brown top 10? Why is brown top 10 is my question. Dang, green got so much hate. Dang. Jeez. Yeah, these are these were the barf colors we got in the beginning. The green hate is unjust. Alright. See. I learned from the last time we played this, it's not good to scroll on this page without already having what you want pulled up. So go English. What was the other one? Snacks? Candy? We'll do choices of 64. Jeez. Look how many options that they have. 256. We're gonna go 64 though. Bear paws, banana bread cereal. Is it cereal? No, it's packs. I'm guessing it's like pouches, like a Doritos pouch of banana bread. Soft cookies. I'm gonna go with the banana bread. Cornflakes are good, but like, you know, everybody would get the cornflakes and put sugar on it to basically make it Frosted Flakes. Both of them sucked. These sucked. It would just be an unnecessary extra step of making them Frosted Flakes. Just because this says banana bread, I'm gonna choose that. But it's probably not gonna last. It's not gonna make it up there. Why would you do this to me? Because health-wise, bananas all day. Bananas all freaking day. Love eating bananas. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch, this is literally the equivalent of putting a cup of ice cream in front of me and then putting a bowl of salad next to that ice cream. I'm gonna go Cinnamon Toast Crunch. 5-year-old me would pick Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Yeah. Wendy's or I've never had these chocolates. I've bought them for people I've dated, but I've never had these chocolates before. Are they good? I mean, they must be, because the freaking price tag on them. Welcome back, Yo-Yo. Wendy's because the variety. Yeah. Yeah, because you can get a Frosty at Wendy's. I'd rather have some ice cream than some chocolate. And the spicy nugs. The spicy nugs at Wendy's. Ooh. I might. What time is it? 10:40. I might order some spicy nugs. Watermelon or pudding. I can't eat watermelon. I love the flavor of watermelon. I love the taste of watermelon. Artificial watermelon I like too, like a sucker. I like watermelon. This is my my water flavoring is actually strawberry watermelon. But if I have a actual watermelon, my throat like gets all scratched up. And it's not an enjoyable experience. I don't think I'm full out allergic to watermelon, but something about the actual watermelon itself doesn't agree with my body for some reason. I don't like watermelon. It tastes like someone's saliva to me. They're all right. I don't like them personally. What are we talking about? The spicy nugs? I love the spicy nugs. Watermelon for me. Yeah. I can't do watermelon, but I also, it's been a long time since I've been like, you know what, I want some pudding. But at least experience wise, I can sit down and have a pudding cup and not have a borderline allergic reaction as I would with watermelon. Cookie dough or Cheerios? The Honey Nut Cheerios. No, I personally don't like the chocolates you had on. Oh, okay. Oh, let's talk about food. Mm-hmm. We're all in agreement then. I like cookie dough, but cookie dough is something that, like, cookie dough for me is something like when you're making cookies and you put the cookie dough on your baking sheet and then you put them in the oven. The remains in the bowl of the cookie dough when you take it and you eat it, that's the highlight of making cookies. But when you're just eating cookie dough, after like the second bite of it, you're like, what am I doing? Yeah, we're the same person. I like cookie dough when I'm making cookies, specifically cleaning the bowl. Cleaning the bowl, that's it. But if I'm just eating cookie dough, I'm just like, I literally could just be making cookies right now. Skittles are my least favorite candy. Never mind. Nerds. Nerds are my least favorite candy. Skittles is probably a close second. But these are tropical Skittles. Those ones are pretty good. I wonder if they're being specific on the picture that they're showing. I would have preferred if they filled out the text box. Because if this is specifically tropical Skittles, I'll go with the tropical Skittles. But if it's just Skittles in general, no. Never eaten Skittles. I don't recommend it. I'll ruin a pack of Skittles. Yeah, the purple bag. The purple bag. I like the purple bag. And I like this one. So if we're just going based off the picture, I'll go with this one. Both of these are this is the battle of what I'm in the mood for though. Like I have to be in the mood for popcorn to eat popcorn. Even when I go to the movie theater, sometimes I don't even want popcorn. So I'll just go in there with like Twizzlers. Excuse me. I'll just go in there with Twizzlers or peanut M&Ms and I'll just watch the movie. Won't even get a bucket of popcorn. Burger King or instant ramen? At the theater, I get everything but popcorn. Same. I'll get a little slushy. That's the Whopper, my guy. That's the chicken Whopper. Big Mac. Big Mac's McDonald's. It's got Mac in the name. McDonald's. But yeah, Burger King. I don't really like sesame seed buns because I'm super paranoid when it comes to them. Funny you say blushing, because Alex always gets a blushing. Oh, a slushy? Yeah. Yeah. I love me a slushy. Stupid. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. I was like the blushing. Yeah. I get the I don't mix the flavors anymore, but I used to. I would do the red on bottom for the first quarter, then the blue on the next quarter, go back to the red, finish it out with blue. But yeah. Burger King. Ooh, Cool Ranch. Cool Ranch all day. I'm just taking this as whatever is being shown in terms of this type of stuff. Like, because Doritos could mean the spicy nacho. I really like the spicy nacho. I thought it was some flavor name. Oh. What's going on in here? I'm sorry. I gotta go Doritos, and Rome would agree. I've tried to get him to eat Ritz crackers so much, and he'll like take a bite and then chuck it. He would much rather have graham crackers and club crackers than Ritz crackers. I've even tried to trick him into like having some Ritz crackers just to see if maybe he was just being picky about it. I put some club crackers in there and I broke them up a bit, and then I broke up some Ritz crackers. This kid, once he picked one up and it was a Ritz cracker, he scooped it out of his mouth and threw it on the ground. So we're gonna go Cool Ranch, Doritos. Ritz are classic greatness. Ritz are classic greatness of going over to your grandma's house and she said, "Hey, the little canister over there, you pop the lid off and there's some snacks in there." And it's just Ritz crackers and Werther's. I'm taking Ritz over chips or even cookies. Now, are you thinking about Ritz crackers just as themselves, or are you thinking about Ritz crackers with some cheese that cheese from a canister, whatever. I don't like chili. Hot take. I don't like chili. No siree. No siree. Doritos. Niagara what? These actually popped off for a little bit. At least where I live, they popped off for a bit. But then again, I think I live in a town with a lot of white folks. So I think they just started eating these because they wanted to seem like they were eating the cool chips. I mean, you're allowed to have a terrible opinion. So this company would do collabs with rappers, and they would get to make their own flavor chips, and they would be the like pushing force of like marketing the chips. The same way that McDonald's was doing like Travis Scott meals, and then Rally's was doing like Glorilla meals and stuff like that. I like me a cookies and cream Hershey bar though. Is this Popeyes? Alright, I don't know if this is a hot take. I didn't care for Trix because you had to pour the milk and wait for it to like soften. Wait for that milk to soften the entire bowl. Because if you went from pouring the cereal in to pouring the milk, and then you gotta do the mandatory 3 stabs with your spoon, and then going in for a bite, you're gonna cut up the roof of your mouth. It just, like, you had to wait for it to soften up. And I don't have the patience. I'm gonna go Popeyes. I'm gonna go Popeyes chicken. A spicy chicken sandwich. Oh my gosh. Never ate any. What we got, Alex and Roby? What we got? I know what I'm going with. This 480p image of a chicken sandwich. 5, 4. Trix, Popeyes. Popeyes wins. Alex, Yo-Yo should have had an opinion. Otherwise you might have won. Trix is decent. Nothing's as good as it used to be. Yeah. Even Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms used to be like my thing. Like my mom would always get she would get the regular Cheerios, and she would get Frosted Flakes. And then once a month when we went to the store, we would switch between my sister and I of who got to pick the cereal. And we could choose any cereal. And I would always choose Lucky Charms. She would choose Captain Crunch. So before she was picking Captain Crunch, though, she was picking that Oreo cereal with the marshmallows. And yeah, so once every other month, I would get to have my Lucky Charms, and I looked forward to it every time. I would eat the Anchors first, and then I would let the bowl be nothing but marshmallows, and then I would just dig into the marshmallows. Nowadays, none of it even tastes that good. I don't know if I just grew up and I'm not really for it anymore, or... Okay, so we are going by brands. Or flavors. Because this is the second Bear's Paw that's popped up. Anyway, I'm behind on the chat. Is it the spicy Popeyes chicken sandwich? The original kind of bland. I'm guessing it's the spicy. Popeyes used to hit. Now it's blah at best. I feel like Captain Crunch is as good as it used to be. That and Frosted Flakes still do it for me. I haven't had Captain Crunch in a while, but I from my sister choosing it so much as a kid, it started to grow on me. What are those Bear Paws in this nasty Pringles flavor no one has ever heard of? The cap always does its thing. Facts, and people say hating on Cap. Yeah, Captain Crunch is good. I would say Captain Crunch is like a solid... I don't know. I don't want to give it a rank because I could just be like, yeah, it's a top 5, and then people are like, well, what about these 4? Ah, okay, yeah, you got me. I think as of from the last 5 years, like if somebody were to ask me 6 years ago what my favorite cereal was, it would be different than what it is for the last 4 or so years. Because the last 4 or so years, including like present day, my favorite cereal is Raisin Bran. Specifically Raisin Bran with almond milk. If it's regular milk, then I'll just like in my house right now. I have a box of Raisin Bran with a bowl's worth of cereal in it. But I have almond milk, but the almond milk is for my son. I don't have almond milk for my use. So it's just sitting there until I go to the store and get some almond milk. I rock with the Honey Nut Cheerios. Honey Nut Cheerios has grown on me more too. I think I was so against Cheerios. I was so against Cheerios growing up because we had the regular like non-flavored Cheerios for so long that it just made me look at Cheerios like it was like eh. But then once I got adult money and bought myself some Honey Nut Cheerios, I was like, oh, it doesn't have to be bland. Oh, we already passed honey. Did we choose Honey Nut Cheerios? Yeah, we did. Waiting for Raisin Bran to pop up. Same. Better not be Raisin Bran Crunch, because yeah, if it's Raisin Bran Crunch, I thought paprika was like I'm thinking potpourri. I was gonna say I thought paprika was like a smell. I'm gonna go with this just because it's chocolate chip. I would never. If I saw this in my local gas station, I would knock it off the shelf. Ooh, I love me some mini wheats, some strawberry mini wheats specifically. So this one is a no. Love me some Rice Krispies. Oh, yep. So it is flavor specific because we had the tropical Skittles pop up already. These ones are a solid no for me. Goldfish, the snack that smiles back. What's so funny, Alex? What's so funny? Red Skittles kind of buns. Give me goldfish. Exactly. Give me a better image of the goldfish, first off. Lucky Charms or McFlurry? Lucky Charms at its peak, I would go Lucky Charms. Yeah, when they started doing this crap. Wait a minute. I remember when when this guy was new. And they were marketing, "Ugh, we got a new charm." Because it was originally just this guy, and this guy. And then they added this, and then they added this. They must have added that. I also remember when they added the shooting star. Ice cream always. Oh, the ice cream machine's always down, so can't you? People be forgetting they're magically delicious. Hell yeah, or heck yeah. Cinnamon toast churros. What is this? Is this a McDonald's salad? Who goes to McDonald's and oh yeah, I want the Caesar salad. Is that what a chicken salad is? Caesar. What is this option? I've never seen this box at McDonald's. Yeah. This looks like the collect. This looks like the food collection of the stuff that the grill guy hasn't thrown in the trash yet, but is gonna be making it there. Like, oh, there's a piece of chicken on the ground. I can't leave the grill though, so I'm gonna pick up this piece of chicken and I'll just throw it in the box, and I'll take care of the box later. Limited edition big back box. That is disgusting. McDonald's was like, "Oh, you guys want us to have healthy options. You guys are blaming us for you getting fat. Well, here's a freaking salad for you, not to order it." My man put a dove at the end of that message. Salad detective. It was solid. Salad detected. Option rejected. Why can I not speak properly? Well, I guess we're going to go with the churros because we're definitely not going with the McDonald's salad option. Ooh. I don't remember how these taste, to be honest with you. Alright, Roby. Oh, you want to talk about mothers? I don't remember how these taste. Yeah, I just definitely McDonald's fries, but yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. Like, are these salty? Do they have like a little like sweet to it? Like, I don't remember. Locals. Yeah. Who's going to Tim Hortons for food? Everybody's going to Tim Hortons to get a coffee. Oh, these are those the thick square pieces of gum that you would get, and it'd be full of flavor for like the first 5 minutes of chewing it, and then it's just bland. Right? Or they just play on Star Wars. Or just, why can I not talk? Starburst. Yeah, we're not going with this. Like, who would go to Tim Hortons for a sub? You guys are thinking Hubba Bubba. Oh, okay. Hubba Bubba Bubble Gum. Ooh. Okay. Hear me out. Because we were talking about Ritz crackers and the fact that, like, you guys like it paired with chili. Restaurant style Tostitos with buffalo chicken dip. Am I wrong? Yeah, buffalo chicken dip with some nice restaurant style Tostito chips. Ah. You know what? This version of Tostitos, I agree with you. Because the Tostito scoops are better for buffalo chicken dip. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Oh, I don't like that, Larry's. But also, it's the purple bag. Purple bag, man. What? Honey Nut Frosted Flakes? When did that happen? When did the collab of the century happen? When did the collab of my childhood dreams happen? Give me Fritos over Tostitos. I gotta go with that. Just my inner child in me has to go with this. M&Ms are good until you have a different variety of M&M. Like, as a kid, when you only have access to M&Ms are the shit, sorry. But once you get like a peanut M&M, you're like, oh, okay, this is where it's really at. It's like when you're at a club and then you realize like there's a second floor to it where the actual party is. You're like, oh my gosh, I keep seeing people and then I don't see them because they're upstairs with the peanut M&Ms. These aren't peanut M&Ms. These are just regular M&Ms. That's what I'm saying. These are just regular M&Ms. And we're going off specific, they're going off the specific picture. I would not put regular M&Ms over some Honey Nut Frosted Flakes. If you put these two next to each other on a shelf and tell me I can only pick one, I'm gonna go with this because I've never tasted it before and I want to so bad. Yeah, these are just regular ones. See, look at this blue. It don't got that thickness. It ain't thick like it should be. Peanut M&Ms. If this was peanut M&Ms, I'd go with peanut M&Ms. But these are regular M&Ms. Regular M&Ms. Regular M&Ms is like playing a free-to-play game when you don't have any money. But then once you have money, you can upgrade to peanut M&Ms. Yeah, the yellows ain't wobbly and misshaped. Glazed donuts? Or is that butterscotch glaze? Sorry, I sound fat. I'm a fat man at heart. I'm over here like, wait, is that the butterscotch? That's funny as hell. Cotton candy or glazed donut. Cotton candy is quite literally. Sound like your back big. Oh my gosh, this is that Krispy Kreme butterscotch glaze topping. You can tell because the viscosity of yeah. Are you sure? Because you can't. I don't know. Maybe this is an image of it being like super fresh, but it looks like butterscotch glaze. Yeah. Pizza. Ooh. Is this the like just pizza altogether? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'd choose some ice creams. The fat boy in me is gonna choose ice cream sandwich. This is the limited edition Krispy Kreme caramel butterscotch glazed. I'm not really big on Takis. I know they're super popular right now with like the younger generations. Like Takis right now have the same motion as Doritos did when I was growing up. Oh, I'm gonna go Reese's. That pizza looks worse than a Totino's cooked in a microwave. Flamin' Hot Cheetos over Takis any day, but the old formula that made your boo-boo. I'm gonna go Reese's just because I've never had Takis. McDonald's ice cream cone or popsicle. I'm gonna go ice cream cone. I haven't had one in a long time. Mainly because, like Roby said earlier, their ice cream machine's always broken for some reason. And I would believe it was broken, if it didn't become a worldwide trend of people saying, oh yeah, McDonald's ice cream machine's broken. Like, dang. Y'all, is all the ice cream machines in every McDonald's plugged into the same outlet? Popsicle? I've never once, besides being at work when they offer it, I've never once sat at home and was like, man, I'm gonna go to the store and get me some popsicles. I've sat at home and been like, man, I'm gonna go get some ice cream. Get out of here. Why do the chips look like that? It literally looks like a bad pepperoni. Ugh. The banana flavored popsicle brand was a slice of heaven. I've never had that. But ketchup flavored Lay's? What are you doing, Canada? What are you doing? He said, I'd rather eat that salad. I'd take burnt asparagus and bacon strips over ketchup. Oh, not the bacon strips. Bacon. Oh my goodness. That's disgusting. Alright. Ooh, I remember these. They were not that good. The cheese kind of tasted different. It kind of tasted a little funny. But they pulled together so easily because it was like, now that I think about it, it's weird, but it was like, it was pre like, I don't know, it was like divvied up in a weird way where you can like pull it. Yeah. I remember these, but they were decent. It unlocked a memory I had of a child, okay, Yo-Yo? I can go on a trip down memory lane. I don't like Almond Joys. Not because I don't like almonds, but because I hate coconut. I cannot do coconut. I've never had one of these. Isn't this made with Nutella? Yeah, coconut is... I dated a chick one time who was really wanting me to try this cake she bought. And I asked her what flavor it was, because looking at it, it looked like coconut. And she was like, oh, just try it. I'll tell you when you try it. I was like, well, if it's coconut, I don't want it. And she's like, oh, just try it. The second that fork went in my mouth, I spit it out and I ran to the bathroom and I nearly got sick. And she was like, oh, I thought you were just being picky. I didn't think that you really have that type of reaction. And I looked at her, I was like, when I tell you I don't like something, that doesn't mean, hey, let's test it out. As you can tell, I'm still upset. This happened like over 10 years ago now. What am I at? It probably would be about 10 years then. Still upset about it. I don't like when I tell somebody that I don't like something and they feel like it's a freaking challenge to be like, oh, you don't like it? Well, let me see if I did something where then you like it. Like, or you can just accept that I am a person that just doesn't like what he likes, or doesn't like what he doesn't like. I don't hate or like. Yeah, and it's pretty dang good. It's no Snickers, but it's good. I tried a fresh coconut and hated it. I continuously try coconut flavored things though. Try and gain a taste for it. Nope. I avoid it like the plague. Eggo was okay as a kid, but quickly forgot about it. Like, they wanted so bad to be Honeycomb, the Honeycomb cereal. But Ring Pop, I'll still give me a Ring Pop. I still get Ring Pop sometimes. Sweet Chili Heat. Eggo made cereal. Yeah, they made cereal. It was like near the end of my childhood era. I remember like it was like a new commercial that was coming out. Because they did the whole thing where like they showed the box and then poof, now it's in cereal form. Yeah, if Popsicles is up for debate, then we're gonna go with whatever Popsicles is against. Popsicles are not something that Popsicles remind me of work. Okay, now this is a creamsicle, not a popsicle. There's ice cream inside. Yeah. Creamsicles all day. I don't really care for red velvet barbecue. I don't like red velvet. Birthday cake or Kit Kats? Kit Kats. The moment of truth. Ooh. I've never had this, but I would love to try it. And I loved these as a kid, but I haven't had it. Obviously, I haven't had it in a while because there's 2 whole charms on here that I've never had. The diamond and the unicorn. So it's been that long since the last time. You guys remember the balloon? When the balloon was getting brand new? Why does he look like... Why does he look like the nephew of the original Lucky Charms leprechaun? Like, the original Lucky Charms leprechaun had some age to him, didn't he? Like, not old, but like, he had some age to him. Yeah, he did not look like a child. Near your age, probably 40s. All right, yo, you can get timed out. Just kidding. Yeah. Oh crap! I did not mean to. Okay. I was trying to zoom in, but I probably would have picked Lucky Charms anyways. Uncle, no. Cookies and cream. Cookies and cream for me. I'm a sucker for cookies and cream flavor. Like if I go somewhere and it has an option to do like a Oreo flurry, I'm gonna do that. All right, Doritos Cool Ranch or butterscotch pudding. I could go for either or. It's kind of a toss up for me, personally. Personally. I love Doritos, any flavor until it's ketchup. If Doritos made a ketchup flavor, that'd be disgusting. Well, I guess they technically did because Doritos is Lay's. Cold cup of pudding, 3 cups. I just don't remember the last time I had a pudding cup, but but to be fair, I'm not really big on Cool Ranch. I prefer spicy nacho. And if I'm getting a pudding cup, I'm getting the chocolate fudge swirl, not the butterscotch. Weird people out here eating the flavor. Yeah. Doritos does have ketchup flavor. Get out of here. Yeah, but it's not on the Doritos chip. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if this was spicy nacho, I'd go with that. But we'll go butterscotch. Kit Kat. Okay. A freshly glazed donut or a McDonald's whose ice cream machine is working? Oh, it's a fake chip? Definitely better flavors than the butterscotch. Yeah, there's definitely better flavors than butterscotch. Let me. Ring pop. Ooh, would have been hilarious if he chose ice cream. If it wasn't McDonald's ice cream, then I would have chose it. I'm not really that big on chocolate and peanut butter. I know a lot of people say like, "Oh, that's like the perfect mix." I'm not really It's okay. Like if I have one cup, if I have one Reese cup, I'm good. If you give me a thing of like 4 Reese's cups, like I'm gonna start handing out the other 3. Creamsicle, I don't like Reese's. It's hard to beat ice cream. It wasn't for you when the donut was on the line. Cinnamon Toast Crunch or a Whopper. I'd personally go Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Me personally. I don't really care for the Whopper. Like Burger King, ironically, is something that like I don't think about getting a burger from. Like when I think of Burger King, I think of chicken fries. Chocolate is good till it's one more than. Chocolate is good until it's one more than one. No, Reese's are good until. Wait, Fire's here? Where's Fire? Oh, how did I not see you? What's good, Fire? Glad to see you back in the chat. Yeah, Reese's are good if I just have one. But like I think it's because when I was like 17 or 18 for for Easter, the person I was dating at the time gave me like this huge Reese egg. And at the time I was a big back, and so like I ate it within like 2 days. And then ever since then I've just been I just can't. It hurts my stomach too much. Fire changed profile on his. Well, no, it's just a different layout. How was your Halloween? It was pretty dope. Roby and Alex saw my Halloween costume. I was a Spartan. Yeah, the iconic Spartan. Yeah, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Ooh. Sweet or salty? I agree. Never had any of these things. Well, I recommend first off, I recommend getting both. But Rice Krispies are where they're at. The Rice Krispie treat cereal. Ooh. I actually did buy a box about a month ago, and I don't think it lasted to see the next sunrise. Sweet barbecue or Sour Patch Kids barbecue. Honey Nut Cheerios or ice cream sandwich. We need Alex in here. What you choosing, Alex? Ice cream sandwich? And it's a super sandwich. Gotta keep that in mind. It's a super sandwich. That man probably busy. Not too busy for a debate on ice cream or honey nut Cheerios. Out of convenience, I would go ice cream sandwich. Because if I really want to just pig out, I can just have the box with me and just keep reaching in there and eating it. But with Cheerios, you gotta get back up, pour more milk. I mean, no, in donuts. Alright, well, let's see. We got two for Cheerios, 2 for ice cream sandwich. What is a Cheerio? Just for that question, we'll go Honey Nut Cheerios. I'll go McDonald's fries. Oh, Roby, don't go yet. Don't go yet, Roby. I need your opinion, Roby. Cheerios. Cheesecake? Okay. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like a, oh man, I got to think about this type of thing. Popeyes or Captain Crunch? I go Captain Crunch. Oh, you went Cap 2? I go Creamsicle because like cookies and cream Hershey's is good, but nothing beats a nice ice cream, you know. Lucky Charms or French fries? Lucky Charms. Big. Sweet and sour or sweet barbecue. Ooh. I gotta really be in the mood for a donut. Especially glazed donuts. Because 8 out of 10 times when I'm in the mood for a donut, I want a jelly-filled donut. If jelly-filled donuts were in this, like they'd just be taking the win every time. But glazed donuts don't really do it for me. That's the worst Hershey bar in the market. Bad match. Now it's time to get into full big back activity. Ring pop. Kit Kat. Crap. Flavor wise, ring pop. Convenience wise, Kit Kat. Kit Kat. Sweet barbecue Pringles or Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms. Big Back. Donuts. Creamsicle or cheesecake. It depends on the cheesecake for me. Really. What can be more convenient than the candy you keep on your finger? When I don't know how to explain it properly. When I'm ready to be done with a snack, I want to be able to bite it and like chew it, swallow it, be done with it. A ring pop, like you gotta work at it to get it to a point where you can like bite down on it. You know? You can fight while wearing a ring pop. You can't fight while eating a Kit Kat. Is cheesecake as good as it looks? It's even better than it looks. Different perspective. I see your point of convenience. Yeah. Like, cause like if I look at it like this. If I'm about to walk into a store that doesn't want people bringing in food, I'd rather have a Kit Kat in my hand than a ring pop on my finger. Because then I gotta choose, like, all right, am I gonna sit out here and finish a ring pop before I go into the store? Or am I gonna throw it away? Or with a Kit Kat, you could just be like, all right, let me go ahead and... no. All right, cheesecake it is. Donut it is. Cheesecake. Here we go. Here we go. Or go to a different store. What if your specific thing that you need is at this store? Bite that candy and smithereen. You try biting a ring pop fresh out of the pack. Ew. Then rob the store. Imagine that story. You get sent to court and everything. They're like, "Why'd you do it?" Look, they didn't want me bringing my ring pop in, so I took their money. I'm gonna go cheesecake. What you guys got? There's more times I'm in the mood for cheesecake than I am for a donut. Fire's never had cheesecake before, which is wild. We'll go cheesecake. All right. Now, Cheesecake here costs like $1,200. That is crazy. Okay. Best Cartoon Network. What's the exchange rate? Only one store sells it there. Cheesecake is not that popular. $13. That's not too bad. It's about $13 for a full cheesecake here too. Cheesecake's super popular here in the States. I'm gonna go Tom and Jerry. I've seen Regular Show, but Tom and Jerry's a classic. I used to get home. I used to get home from kindergarten, and I'd always get home just in time to watch some Tom and Jerry, and have some ramen noodles that my grandma made for me to get there, so that way I had some food. Looney Tunes or Ben 10. All respect to Looney Tunes, but I'd rather watch some Ben 10. Especially that version of Ben 10. I never was a Pokemon guy. Never got into it. Bakugan was alright. I would rather have a Bakugan than a Pokemon deck. What is Looney Tunes? Oh my goodness. I thought everybody knew Looney Tunes. Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. What's the Martian dude's name? But yeah, Bakugan. I know a little, but not that much. What the heck is a Clarence? What is a level up? What is this? What's this weird Minecraft stuff going on here? Why does he look like Hellraiser? I guess I'll go level up, but that's gonna drop. I don't like this animation style. Animaniacs. Ooh, Clone Wars. Clone Wars all day. I'm so upset that they ended up giving Annoying Orange its own show. Like, that should have just been some weird YouTube popularity thing and just stayed on YouTube. I remember when it first started popping up on YouTube, and like everybody was like, "Oh, this is hilarious," and it's just so annoying. I mean, of course, it's the Annoying Orange, but like, it's not funny. Obviously, to some kids, it was enough for it to become super popular on YouTube, and then enough for it to be so popular on YouTube that it got its own show. But like, no. Samurai Jack all day. Ooh. I really liked the aliens in this Ben 10. I also like that Kevin, his powers developed more to where he could kind of control it more. The only thing I didn't like is they, for the most part, only used his like element absorption power. When he had like all sorts of different cool things that he was actually able to do, which they showed in the first Ben 10. But then like for some reason when he got older, then it was just like, oh, when I touch metal, my body turns to metal. It's like you were like able to turn into different creatures at some point. Beyblade. Alien X. But this is Ed, Edd, and Eddy. I'm gonna go Alien X. Sorry. Uncle Grandpa can get out of here. What the heck is this? Batman Beyond? Batman Beyond. I don't even need to know what that other one was. I don't like this Batman. Gumball. Why is Clarence on here twice? I don't know what this is, and this is a terrible representation of Ben 10. They remade it. And that one's gonna get kicked out, but oh, OG Justice League. Never watched Steven Universe. I never watched Bear Bears. That's your favorite? I'm not gonna lie. I saw this and I was like, wait, I think I read this before. And I just looked up and saw that something about I used to turn on TV 30 minutes before We Bear Bears. What's up, Hydraulic? I'm pretty good. Augie and Cockroach. It's the best indie dub though. When are we ranking letters? I've never watched Steven Universe. So I guess we'll go We Bear Bears. Ooh. Legendary matchup. Loved both these shows. Honestly, I think I like Powerpuff Girls more. Courage? Yeah, Powerpuff Girls is dope. What do you mean? Sugar, spice. Powerpuff Girl. I remember Powerpuff Girls the movie. Never watched Powerpuff.